Well, welcome back. Today will be our final FreeSolo video. If you've been following along, you know we've been on the road with it for a little bit now. We've had for about a year and a half when we bought it. It was our weekender. So, did great for weekends, but now we've been
full time in it for a little while.
What, since mid-August?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's end of October. Do some math in my head there. But yeah, so a couple months worth of pretty much full time in it. It has worked. We will say that
it's worked, but there's a lot of hurdles.
Yeah, and people do think you're crazy when they walk up and they're like, "You're full time in this."
We got that a lot lately.
Yeah, so we've heard a lot of that. So we're going to do a walkthrough, show you all the upgrades we've done, where it's at as we're getting ready to trade it in.
It's going to be a super small walk.
Yes, yeah, not a whole lot to show. But we'll go through that, kind of give you some of our thoughts on it. Once again, it was supposed to be a weekend originally. Now that we're full-time, new story, so we are going to something a little bit bigger. We're not going too crazy, but that video should be coming in a week or two. So for today, we'll show the inside, kind of cover some of the ups and downs of full-timing in this, and give you our final thoughts. So we'll go ahead and walk around real quick.
We got this fence at Amazon, right?
Yeah, it was an Amazon fence.
It was Amazon. How many panels did we get?
Oh, now 16? You're putting me on the spot.
Was it 16?
I think so. I'll have to look that up and verify.
Okay. Well, we got it for our dog because she likes to be roam. She doesn't like to be leashed, and unfortunately you have to be leashed in a campground. So we got this, and it has, like, she's loves it. Now she's figured out how to open the doors though, so if you have a smart dog, be careful. Yeah, you will have to latch them. Yeah. But it's been a lifesaver. Yes, it has. You can see how far it goes around here. I think it was 16 panels.
Yeah, I believe so. But yeah, as far as if you have dogs and you're camping, definitely worth the money.
It is. She likes it, and she's more comfortable camping now.
And then the other aspect to having a small camper is your outdoor space. So Shannon, you want to show them the tent? Or gazebo, I guess?
It's a gazebo.
It's a gazebo, I guess. So, purchased this from Sportsman Guide. It's cluttery right now.
Yeah, we have everything in here.
But setting up the outdoor space is a big deal.
This was easy to put up too.
Yeah, it was real easy to put up. It defies science and how it stops the wind.
Yeah, I have no idea how it stops. And it does not make all your stuff smell like firewood and smoke and everything. I don't know how it does that.
Yeah, we're amazed with this screen. Yeah, we couldn't believe it the first night. It was pretty windy out here and a little bit chilly. And we'd just gotten it up. And then we walked in here, it was like the wind just stopped. So, however they did the mesh of this screen is fantastic. And then last night, Shanna came out to, had some clothes that weren't quite dry, put them in here. And noticed, yeah, they didn't smell like smoke after, which, you know, a campground, when you have every single campsite full and everyone's got campfires going, all your stuff just smells like campfire smoke. So,
yeah,
can't do anything about it. I mean, it's part of the experience, but yeah, for days or forever, all your stuff smells, which the stuff in here didn't. So, this thing was awesome. If I remember, I'll try to put a link down below to Sportsman's Guide. I think it was like a Gazelle, I think it's the name brand, but Home Depot had them as well, a few different places. But yeah, this thing was fantastic.
Wasn't the Sportsman's cheaper though than Home Depot? Because
yes,
that's the reason why we went.
Yeah, Sportsman Guide was a little cheaper, and then if you're a club member too, which I'm not yet, but I've
going to be.
Now that I've ordered 4 things from them in the last month, it's like, yeah, I would have saved a lot of money if I just did the club a month ago. But yeah, so that's coming. But
it's a good little area too if you like to do like yoga and work out a little bit. It's good at little area for you.
Yes, we've used it for all that. But yeah, maximizing your outdoor space is critical with this small of a camper.
Yeah, very critical.
Okay, so the outside of this thing, we really didn't do any upgrades other than one thing. It only had rear stabilizers, so it went to Harbor Freight. They had the Hallmaster 2.5 ton scissor jacks basically, and I bolted those to the frame underneath, did one on each corner of the front. Made a huge difference inside. So with just the tongue jack and the rear stabilizers, you barely moved inside and the whole thing just rocked. So with this, I mean, you can still feel movement, but it's way more stable than it started. As far as the outside, that's really the only thing it needed. So that's all it got. So we'll go ahead and circle around and show you all the inside upgrades. So stepping up, you can see
It's not very big.
not a big tour. But the majority of the upgrades in here were the kitchen. You can see the colors that Shanna picked out.
Yep.
So then she has to decide, will the new rig get same colors?
It'll be close.
So we'll see on that. And then most of the decor in here was hers. So we did the backsplash, which if you remember...
When we bought it, there was an air conditioning unit, actually there, a microwave. And that was it, wasn't it?
Yep, and then we had the burners.
Yeah, we had the burner right here, which we took that out.
Yeah, so if you'd seen the previous videos, that cabinetry that was up here was real bulky. It came out, and it just made this seem so cramped. So Shanna wanted it opened up. So if you watch our previous videos, you can see how I closed this in, but one of Shan's main complaints was there's no mirror. So really didn't have a way to hide where that window unit air conditioner was, so we used the mirror for that. But then having no shelving sucked.
Yes, it did.
Everything ended up on the table. So then we just did the simple little shelf here. Backsplash. The backsplash was on Amazon. It was only like 20-30 bucks for that amount. Just peel and stick stuff. I mean, keeping weight down in a camper, it's about perfect, and it worked really well. And then the two burner stove. So we never really cook inside the campers anyway, unless we really have to. Just smells everything up. And there was no prep space in here anyway. So I got rid of the burners, and then I just put a cutting board on a hinge. But then I also made a little cabinet underneath of it that just suspends underneath for all of our utensils. So we at least have storage for utensils, and we have a prep space right next to the sink. And you don't have all this cabinet stuff up here that came all the way to here to hit your head on. So it just opens all this up. Then when we took this out with the air conditioner, unfortunately I didn't come up with a good way to get rid of these.
We did afterwards. I thought about it afterwards, but it was too late.
Yeah, so that could use to be cleaned up, but that was how they circulated air around the air conditioner. So there are vents up top those go to, so I didn't really want to patch on the roof, so I just left them. But to get in to do the air conditioner, we had to get into the ceiling. So we just did this decorative piece. Makes it look a lot nicer, more of a unique kitchen space. The biggest upgrade we've done to this, which would have been in our last video or two, I can't remember what the order of these coming out is, but this air conditioner. So once again, it was a window unit air conditioner in here that looked a little janky, took up a ton of room, and was not efficient. It was like a 5,000 BTU. So we went to a traditional RV rooftop, cut that in, put it in, made a world of difference. The window unit would take quite a while to get this thing down to temperature. And it was in the 80s the other day. We turned this thing on in 20 minutes, it felt good in here. So big difference on that. So that's probably the biggest hitter we did and had the most impact. Beyond that, we did some little stuff. I mean, on top of the painting, the radio draws down the battery when it's sitting in your driveway. So I put a shut-off switch on the other side over here. And then we also did a few little upgrades in the bathroom in here. We added a toilet paper holder and then a new shower head that has a on-off so you can save water. The original one, you just had to get your water mixture and it was just running the whole time. So this one, you can just turn it off at the shower head, clean up, and then just turn it back on as needed. So that made a big difference too.
The toilet holder I would not recommend though.
Yeah, janky Amazon toilet paper holder. It does what it needs to, but not very great.
It still gets a little bit wet,
Yep.
depending on type of shower you're doing.
Yep. Okay, so final thoughts on the FreeSolo before we trade it in.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's good for weekends. It's good for if you're going for a week or two. Maybe not so much longer than that.
And honestly, if we didn't have a dog, we probably could have got a lot longer full-time in it. We still would have eventually upgraded. But two of us would have been easier to handle. Or if you were single and had a dog, or just you, I mean, for Yeah, if it was
For a
just,
single person, this works because he travels sometimes, and when he does, it's perfect for me and the dog.
yeah, and like the campsite next to us is a game warden, so they're here just part of the week, and then they go home the other part. But while they're here, it's just them in a camper. Like, so for a situation like that, or if you're a hunter,
Yeah.
this would be a great hunting camper.
Oh yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, super easy to pull, and yes, it's tight, it's small, all that, but it's got a dinette to sit at and eat. It's got a sink. It's got a fridge. It's got a bathroom. Even though it's a wet bath and tiny, it's got a shower to rinse off. It's got a queen size bed.
It's got storage underneath both
Yeah, a
the
little bit of
seats.
storage. It's got heat. It's got air conditioning. So, really, if you're looking, and that's why we bought it originally. If you're going through all the check boxes, at first we kind of ruled it out. We're like, it's just a cheap little low end camper. And we're like, but it has all the basics of what we need, and then we could customize, which is what we did. But it's still, now that we're full time for the foreseeable future,
Yeah.
it was time to upgrade. So
I need closet space.
yeah,
Because, like, I have all our clothes under the seats of the dinette, but you gotta move everything every time, and
move all the cushions out over the dinettes.
it's annoying, and then you trip over the dog, or the dog doesn't want to move, or Jeff's in the way, or
Jeff's always in the way.
I have to move you. I have to tell you, hey, move, I need in this seat. It's just, I think it's better.
And if you've been following the channel, you know Shanna likes her fashionable clothes,
I do.
likes her outfit changes.
Yes, I do.
So she needs plenty of clothes around.
I need a closet.
It's a big factor. But we spent a couple weeks with family just in their backyard staying in this. We enjoyed that.
Yeah.
We did a couple weeks of just bouncing to different parks and hanging out. We enjoyed that. And now we've been campground hosts for a few weeks, and we've really enjoyed that. So that's what we figure.
We'll probably travel for a little
Yeah,
while.
we're just going to take our time finding our long-term property. Even if we have to buy raw land and just take our time developing it. We're enjoying this. So we're going to just upgrade campers and lean into this nomadic lifestyle a little bit more.
Well, we debated back and forth. Is it worth trying to redo this dinette area to make it a closet? And then we were like, well, we probably need to just upgrade because winters and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Winters would be an issue with this thing.
Yeah, because we're in Georgia. Winters aren't bad, but like last winter, Christmas Eve got down to 12 degrees.
Yeah,
And
that's rare, but it can.
Yeah, it can happen. And this thing does not have an enclosed underbelly, does not have tank heaters, so this just does not work for that. So like even this winter, we were planning on like, okay, well, by end of year, we've got to get down to like the golf area somewhere to try to avoid all that. Well, new camper, we won't have to do that.
No, we won't have to. I'm excited about the new camper, but kind of sad to get rid of this as well because I did like this camper. Out of the campers we've had, I think this so far has been my kind of favorite, quaint. It's what we started out with after we sold our house. Our kid went off to college. I mean, it kind of...
Yeah, it's been nice. I mean, the couple little quality things. It's a cheap camper. I mean, so... And we've got a lot of comments, this should be better, that should be better. But issues this has had... We see same issues in other people we follow with RVs that spent 3, 4, 5 times as much. Yeah. So it's just the reality of campers. That's just part of it.
You're bouncing down the road with your camper. I mean, that kind of...
The only thing I will say is Braxton Creek that makes this does the FreeSolo and then the Bushwhacker series. Pretty much the same camper, just slight differences. But I did find out that the Bushwhacker uses metal studs or joists to go across the ceiling, where the FreeSolo brand uses wood. It would have been nicer to have the metal. So, I mean, if you're looking between the two and have an option, personally, if the layout's the same, I would do the Bushwhacker just for the metal instead of wood.
Yeah.
But other than that, like, it's what I would expect. There's nothing that was, like, awful craftsmanship. I had to get some foam and clean some stuff up, tighten some gaps and everything, but...
Other than that, it's just climbing over each other. The bed's kind of a...
Yeah.
I want something that we can both walk around the bed. That kind of is hard. And then just like I said, storage, getting clothes out. And every morning I got to go through, take all these backs and everything off and shift through. And some stuff's on one side, some stuff's on the other. And
the mattresses that come in them suck. So we did upgrade mattresses. If you've been following along, you saw that. But we upgraded to a nice mattress, which helped. But now it's such a heavy mattress. And the way the mattress is wedged in there, putting sheets on is an ordeal.
Oh, it is. I always make him do it because I hate doing it.
I've got a better technique, but yeah, you have to come up with a good technique, and then it's still a little bit of a struggle. But
I've kind of put you on that.
Yep.
I wash them. I say, here you go.
But other than that, this is it. It's Sunday currently. We got to start packing some stuff up in here, and we pick up the new rig on Friday,
which I am so excited about.
Yep. So make sure, like and subscribe, do all that, and stick with us, because here in the next week or two, you will see what we're going to. And then we'll also get a park tour and all that stuff where we're hosting at, and kind of keep you up to date on that. So, anything else?
No, I don't think so. I do love the little refrigerator in here. It's small, but it keeps things cold.
Yeah, the 12-volt fridge is the way to go. This has been our first 12-volt fridge.
We love it. Yeah.
Really like it. But yeah, other than that, we'll wrap this one up. We're glad you've been watching. Hope you enjoyed seeing what we've done with this thing. And then we'll just see you guys in the next one.
See ya.